What's some advice that you have for people that are looking to get into trucking?
Well, first thing I would say is everybody's route is different. My background's a little bit unique. You know, I have a corporate job, you know, so, and a lot of people are like, yeah, man, how you doing both at the same time? And like I was explaining to JP, like I work my 9 to 5 during the day, you know, and because everything virtual, COVID, it allows us, they're like, hey, y'all can work from home, you know, and I drive at night. So my route was a little bit different. If you go on more so the traditional route, my advice, if you're trying to get into trucking, there's nothing wrong with starting out being a company driver. Yeah. You know, because at the end of the day, like we talked about, realistically, and this might be like a high number to most people, but if you want your own truck and you want to have a good maintenance account, and we're talking pre-COVID, because right now everybody know truck prices crazy, trailer prices are crazy, but pre-COVID, you would need at least 50 to 60, I would say, and that's without the trailer. Yeah. Saved up, and that's if you don't want no overhead. Like people like me, JP, a lot of other people, we preach the whole no overhead. You know, my truck is paid off, JP truck paid off. I don't have to worry about a truck. No, I prefer it that way, because if something does go wrong, like I say, worst case scenario, a motor go out, depending on how busy the shop is, depending on where you at, a month minimum. You know, you could be going 1 month and then what's still coming? That note's still coming. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, there's nothing wrong being a company driver. Learn the business. Ask as many questions while you're a company driver. Make a lot of mistakes while you're a company driver. Tear up their truck while you're a company driver. I didn't want to say it like that, but tear up their truck. No, I'm just saying.
Tear a Werner truck. Tear a Snyder truck. One of the yellow trucks. One of the orange trailers right here.
But I'm saying, tear up their truck so when you get that experience, just overall, and you ready to jump out there, you won't make the same mistakes, you know? So I would just say this is a whole experience game. It's a money game, and it's also a team game, you know? Like I was talking to him, I'm paying too much for my insurance, you know? So that lets me know I got to do some more research out there, and just know that it's cheaper insurance out there, you know? Mechanics. I've done, since I've gotten in, went through at least 3 mechanics until I finally found the right one. You know what I'm saying?
And you're going to have to do that, bro.
And it's going to happen, you know, because one guy might seem like he's cool up front, and then once you get your truck in the shop, hey, man, you said the truck was going to be done 2 weeks ago. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And they hold your truck hostage, blah, 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 it's already torn apart. So you just want to make sure you have that right team element as well, man. And like I say, just know what you're doing. Once you get in the game, just don't take cheap freight. Have a maintenance account build up, you know, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when that truck break down. I had a tow bill last week, $2,600. Had to get the XY shifter replaced in the harness. $2,600 for the tow, $2,500 for the XY shifter, the labor, and the harness. $4,000 just like that. It only took 2 days to repair. So you just got to make sure, bro. You just got to make sure that maintenance account looking right. You got to make sure you got money in this game, not just, hey, I got enough money to buy the truck.
Yeah, because it may work out for some people who, hey, they got enough money to buy the truck, so they went and bought the truck, and they've been winning ever since. But some people, bro, it ain't going to work
80% of the time, it's not going to work that way. 80 to 90% of the time, it's not going to work out like that.
And if you bank in your future, your career, and your family's future, and your house note, and your car note, I'm telling you, you need to be setting yourself up for success, man. Don't risk more than what's necessary to risk for the situation, so that if the situation does not work out, you're not too exposed. You're not too far out where you can't reach back and brace yourself.
Yeah.
And just like you said about the maintenance account, that's what the maintenance account is. The maintenance account is all about you staying in a position to keep the truck going, keep the business going, so that it can continue growing. You can keep having success. It's just like somebody was asking me about chasing Andrew Jackson. I tell him that dude been winning.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He's been winning, and you can see it. Like, cause I went back looking through like some of his older videos. Like, I didn't realize that dude been making videos like way back then.
His night days.
Yeah, like
company driver days.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I didn't know that dude was making videos way back then. So he's got all that knowledge and experience. It's just like a Tanker Monkey up there in North Dakota. Cause man, I've been telling Tanker Monkey, hey bro, man, you in a position to win, bro. And if I come back up there, I'm trying to do what you doing. Cause when you get to the point to where you're communicating directly with, it's like we were talking about trying to get contracts and direct freights.
Yeah.
That's really the best route because there's no middle people. Now, I could probably make more money if I get somebody to dispatch me and all I did was drive. But that's going to be somebody in between me and what I'm doing. And you know what? For the first year, this year, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, you don't want a lot of people in your pot, man, because like I said, you already got insurance in your pot. You already got 2290s in your pot. You already got your maintenance in your IFTA. Maintenance man is in your pot. You don't want you don't want somebody where you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
If you can do it yourself, do it yourself. And like you say, with the dedicated contracts, that's in the way between that 10, 15, maybe even sometimes 20%. Yeah. You know, because like I say, the brokers, they're going to make sure they get 10 at minimum, right?
Yeah. They're
going to make sure they get at least 10% of whatever they brokering out to you. So.
And I was trying to think of something else. How much light we got up in here? Okay. I'm trying to think what else. It also goes back to when it comes to contracts. Contracts is how, who was it? What, Diesel Grid?
Diesel Grid.
That's how they grew. You know, they went from a contract and then they grew from there. Because once you got the contract, now you got something that's solid. You've got that work. You've already got that negotiated, so you can add and build onto it, and then look to get another one. Look to get another one. Look to get another one. Going back to what you were saying earlier, owner-operator is not going to be the route for everybody. But for those that are, you know that you're going to be in trucking for the next so many number of years. You know that you're going to commit to it. Trucking can most definitely pay off for you. But I would tell anybody, exact same thing you said. Be a company driver first. Because usually your second to third year, if you driving over the road, you know whether you're going to be in trucking for a long period of time. Yeah. Whether you start having some kind of back or knee problems, you need to know all this stuff before you start, man, I'm going to go get me a truck and I'm going to make a life in trucking. You have to ask yourself some questions. Is this my future and is this what I want? I'm good at trucking, but I like doing stuff, you know, and this is okay, but it's not enough of a challenge for me. And I'm kind of between, okay, going back to the oil field to keep adding on what I was doing, which was coil tubing. And the only thing I haven't done in coil tubing is been a supervisor. And I've already got the experience to go ahead and start supervisor training. It's just a matter of which company do I want to go with, because the only thing I hadn't done is I hadn't operated the crane and I hadn't run the coil cab. Everything else I've done it, from pumping nitrogen, running a fluid pump, the ground. I've already done all that. So there's some stuff in the oil field that I would like to accomplish. On top of that, some stuff in the oil field, you know, there's not a lot of variety, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, and I would like to add to that. You know, I would like to have some of that knowledge to be able to pass down and give to others. And it's kind of like the same thing with my YouTube channel. That's why some of the videos that I have, like how to operate oil field equipment, like when I was making that video or some of those videos, it took some days because I had to wait till it was just me and I had plenty of time to talk about it, go over it, and then try to remember stuff that I had written down and ideas and stuff that I had about certain stuff. And I don't think they done put nothing in my trailer. Anyway, I mean, what else you got for people?
Shoot, man, like I say, that's pretty much all I got.
Let me ask you this: what's your experience with that D12? Wait a minute, am I saying that right?
Yeah, D12. It's
okay.
not. Yeah, because JP thought earlier. So you have the D12, which is made by Volvo, and then you got DD, with 2 D's in it. That's Detroit. That's Detroit. Again, too, I guess I can piggyback off of that. For you guys that are actually trying to get your own truck and trailer, what I did a lot of extensive research on the motor. It's not about, oh, what looks the prettiest.
Hold on, man. I gotta interrupt you. Poncho said this. Poncho's who I take my truck to when I go home. Poncho said, no matter what kind of truck you get, he said, if that motor is sound, you got something that's gonna make you money, because you can swap that transmission out like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know, the rear end, once you uncouple it, take the gears out, put another in there, man, you back on the road rolling. But if that motor fails you, that motor's gonna cost you more money than any of the rest of it, and you can't have it. You just ran. That's what was going on. He ran over the doggone.
Chalk.
Anyway, if you have a sound motor, if the motor runs good, 99% of the time you got a good setup. Cause like I said, the transmission usually going to be cheaper to have installed or rebuilt. The rear ends are usually going to be cheaper to have installed or rebuilt. Dude, bro. Dude, man, I ain't coming back here no more, bro. It's like 6:30. But it's my fault. I should have looked at Google, and I should have looked at the reviews of the place. Cause I just went to sleep and then woke up and I was like, let me check Google, and I got to look at them like, yeah.
Check your Google reviews.
Yeah,
folks.
yeah. Check your Google reviews whenever you getting ready to go pick up a load from somewhere. More than likely, you know, there's gonna be some like stuff in there from people that worked at the place, and then there's gonna be some trucking related stuff, and you'll know it. Yeah, I got here at such and such a time. I got here at 10 o'clock, and then I'm leaving at 4 p.m.
Certain stuff ain't worth the detention, man.
That's one of the things I like about Uber. Uber has it right there on it. Some of it don't. You know, it may just have like 3 or 4 reviews, but then some of them, like, it'll have a bunch of them. You can kind of like, okay, you just had a bad day. You just had a bad day. You said you got there. You got in and out. Okay. Yeah, you know, if some people got there and got in and out, but if that review is like have you been to the Amazon in Dallas, Texas?
I haven't.
You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. Hey, man, you see all the trucks outside, bruh. I've seen loads going there that paid good, but I ain't doing that. I ain't going down that route. But
back to what I was saying, about the motors. Yeah, do your research on the motors, man. And that's what I did. Specifically, I went with the D12 with the Volvo, just because, like I was telling JP, my dad, he has a D12. He's at like 1.6, you know. He took care of the truck. He was able to get 1.6 before overhaul. Now imagine he does the overhaul. Again, paid off truck. Overhaul gonna cost about 20 to 25K.
And there's no reason he shouldn't get another $1.6 million out of it, or at least $8 million. Sell that sucker once he gets 2.5, or keep it.
Yeah, or keep it. And that's pivotal, because like I said, you don't want to get. I do research on the motors when things break at what mileage, because usually it's common. You know, I've heard with Cummins, y'all have always had a what is it, oil leak from the main seal or something like that. Somebody said something. I was doing some research that Cummins is notorious oil leak.
Yeah, and you said that. Now that you said that, I've been keeping an eye on something on this truck, and I'm like, that better not be what I think that is.
Yeah, because I heard that's kind of a little taxi repair, but
yeah, because I've noticed that. I've seen like, hey, you wasn't doing that before.
And just know, like, you're just picking poison, because all motors aren't perfect. Yeah. All of them are not perfect, especially these emission motors. They definitely, damn sure, not perfect. I mean, I've seen trucks with emission motors. They having rebuilds now at 600,000, 700,000, 800,000 miles. You know,
don't get no max force.
Don't get no max force.
Unless there's somebody out there like chasing Andrew Jackson. Put the world up on game. Hey, bro, but look, dude, people didn't know about them Mercedes, man, until him. Yeah. People didn't know about the Mercedes until him. I heard about them from.
Yeah, the Mercedes are really, really good motors, bro.
It's a Detroit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a Detroit with Mercedes badging. That's all it is. It's just like the same motor he got is the same motor we had in the Western Stars. It was a Detroit.
Okay.
It's the exact same setup, oil filters, fuel filter, everything in the exact same spot. It's just Mercedes-Benz wanted, so they contracted to have Detroit manufactured, badge that sucker Mercedes-Benz, and put that sucker in everything they could put it in. And so that's a win if you can find them now. That's something else I want to bring up. The word rare in trucking usually means expensive. So keep that in mind. It's just like if somebody trying to sell you a truck and they got rare, more than likely this truck is going to cost you money, and it's been costing them some money.
Yeah.
I want what they have had. Excuse me. I want what they have had the longest production run on. My truck's a 9900, but I know it's the exact same truck as the 92 to 94. The only difference is the steering tires are set in different places for turning radius. Other than that, it's pretty much the same truck. You know,
yeah, same thing with the Volvos, man. This Volvos is the same from 04. It looks the same from 04 all the way up to what, 2018?
Yeah, which one is yours? What?
I have a 06 with a D12.
Now, what do they call that?
VNL. It's a VNL 670.
670. Okay, the VNL 670, the VNL
780.
780. That's like the main two that they've sold the most of.
Yeah.
They're in like the 640 or something like that. Or is it?
640 is like a real small one.
Okay.
And again, even with the Volvos, like it's called picking your poison. Like, yeah, it's true. It's not a lot of Volvo dealerships as Freightliner. You know, parts aren't as accessible as Freightliner. But I tell you what, I probably in the shop less. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna, when times go bad, it might seem like it's hard, but at the same time, depending on the type of truck and motor, you know, do you either want to be in the shop more and have parts more accessible, or you want to be in the shop less, and then when things do go wrong, you kind of sweating a little bit. So it's pros and cons of every truck, and it's pros and cons of every motor.
Also, I will say this: your truck and my truck, they're different, but it's not like a long nose Pete or